Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be making a pepperoni and ham calzone. So if you want to see how this is done, you can just stay tuned. I promise you it's really easy and it's going to be very delicious. All right, so to get started, we are going to work on our yeast solution, which you will need 1 1/4 cup of lukewarm water. It can't be too hot because if it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. And yeast are living organisms. So then you're going to need a tablespoon of granulated sugar and 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast or a sachet if you have that. So it's a dry instant yeast. The sugar helps to speed up the reaction because the yeast feed on that sugary solution. So then after you've mixed that, you're going to set aside and cover with a clean cloth for about 8 to 10 minutes. You'll know when it's ready. When you look at it, you'll see a frothy solution. So this is how your yeast mixture should look at the end of the 8 or 10 minutes. Nice and frothy. So for the next part of our dough preparation, we are going to get a clean bowl and we are going to prepare it with some olive oil. I use a cooking spray here, and if you don't have olive oil, you can always use regular vegetable oil. So next you're going to get another clean bowl and you're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And personally for me, I like to season my dough. So I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of garlic salt and a teaspoon of onion powder. If you don't want to season your dough, if you don't have those powders, you can just use 2 teaspoons of salt. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And after you add that olive oil, you're going to get a wooden spoon and you're going to use that to stir your dough. You are then going to be adding that yeast mixture that we had made before slowly into the dough. You're going to have a wetty looking dough. Don't worry about that. That's normal. Alright, so don't get discouraged and feel like you mess it up. Alright. So after you've done that, then we are going to proceed to a clean countertop that has been lightly dusted with some extra flour. So now on our clean countertop that has been lightly floured, you're going to turn your dough out of the bowl onto the countertop, right? So scoop it down with a spoon if to make it easier. Then you're going to just roll the dough around in that extra flour, and you might need to sprinkle some extra flour from your pan if you so need as well, until you have a nice smooth ball. So when you have that nice smooth ball, you're going to take it now and put it into the clean bowl that had been oiled, and you're going to get that same clean cloth again and cover up the bowl with the dough in it, and you are going to put it down in a nice warm place for about an hour and 30 minutes so it can proof. This is when it's going to get nice and swollen, like double the size. This is when you know that your dough is ready. So while your yeast is proofing, we are going to now prepare what's going to go inside of the calzone. So today I have some cooked pepperoni sausages from Caribbean Passions, and I'm also going to be using some sliced ham from Hamilton Smokehouse. As I said, cheese I forgot everything. Cheese makes everything better. So I'll also be using some mozzarella cheese and some cheddar cheese. So I like to buy my blocks and then I just grate them myself. So we're going to just slice those pepperoni sausages into circles. And for the ham slices, as an ode to pizza, I'm going to be slicing those into tiny little looking pizza slices. They're so cute. Ta-da! Look at that. It has doubled in size. So now you have to punch it and release the carbon dioxide that the yeast had produced during the proofing process. Next, you're going to flour your countertop again and then pour the dough out onto it. Now, usually this recipe uses about 4 calzones. So you are going to separate the dough into 4 smaller bowls and then get your rolling pin to roll them out to about 8-inch diameter and a 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it too thin and you don't want it too thick. And then we have to layer up the thing. So we're going to be using the Prego sauce again in lieu of not having the marinara sauce or pizza sauce. And if you have only ketchup here, you use the ketchup too, nothing wrong with that. And so we're going to then put our meat, which is the pepperoni and the ham slices, and then also our mixture of the cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese. So now after you've layered up the thing, you're going to fold over the top. And you can get some water and wet your fingertips and just line the edges just to seal it off a bit. And then what I do is I kind of fold it back over onto itself. Also, you're going to use a knife or scissors to cut 3 holes in the top of the dough to create a vent so that steam can pass through during the cooking process. And then I'm going to put it on a wire rack and put it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake anywhere between 45 minutes to 1 hour. I need to check it periodically because you also don't want it to burn. And there you have it, guys, a pepperoni and ham calzone. It's simple and easy to make, and it doesn't take that long. And another thing that I like about it is it yields a lot. This can feed a family of 4, and you don't have to limit it. You know, you can fill it with anything you want. So chicken from last week, sardine, no, you want to put a little minced meat in there, or if you want to make it into a vegetable calzone, it's definitely up to you and what you are feeling for. So if you do try this, guys, remember to tag me on Instagram at jaysway876. See you later, guys, and big up yourself if you try it. Yeah, big up.